For the Kitty Cat Club, are you Team Jack or Team Oddfellow?
They don't have the drink. They didn't even know there was a drink coming.
They are now sold out.
Okay guys, we're back at Universal Studios Florida. It's time for another Halloween Horror Nights 2026 update. Today the Jack the Clown and Dr. Oddfellow merchandise is about to drop. We gotta go in there, go pick it up. Hopefully it does not sell out. Those posters they dropped for the first merch drop sold out instantly, and I missed out on them. So I do not want to miss out on these. So on that note, it's time to talk about the Halloween Horror Nights shirt of the day. We're gonna go back to HHN 2023, right? We had the wonderful Dr. Oddfellow shirt. Now we're gonna see this design that's on the back on the merchandise. You had Dr. Oddfellow right there. Tons of different Easter eggs about Jack the Clown. On that note, enjoy the commercial.
I just survived Halloween Horror Nights alone. Looks like the rumors aren't true.
You're not alone.
Did you forget about your sister?
You know we just got here. I was recording.
What is that? I've seen this before.
Yeah, me too.
Come on.
No.
Absolutely not.
Come on.
This isn't creepy at all.
What is this place?
This isn't on the park map.
Guys? You guys?
Oh, this isn't funny.
Help, please! Somebody!
Where am I? Hello? Sophia, is that you?
Ava?
Sophia. 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 Please, Sophia, come on, wake up.
Don't be afraid.
Scream Squad to Universal's Halloween Horror Nights.
Okay, welcome back. It is early in the morning. It is also the start of annual Passholder kind of appreciation month. So there's new food and different offerings, new magnets, new buttons, so we gotta show that off. If you look over here, they've been working on this for a couple weeks, but it looks like they're painting. They're gonna be repainting all the metal on the side of the theater here at City Walk.
Time to head in to Universal Studios Florida.
All right, so when it comes to the Halloween Horror Nights kind of pre-season merch, there's two places you'll be able to pick it up. 5 and Dime, or over at the All Hallows Eve Lost Emporium in the front of the park at Islands of Adventure. Those would be the two spots. There's nothing at City Walk yet. A little closer to the opening of the event, then we'll see stuff pop up at City Walk. Cupid Shuffle's playing again. I feel like I'm in Groundhog Day right now, because when I was here yesterday, as soon as I came into the park, the Cupid Shuffle was playing. Let's see what's going on inside 5 and Dime.
What happened?
Park opening, people came in, they took tens of them.
Oh, they didn't limit?
No, they just started.
There's Mike going in. We will be back. We're gonna go to Islands real quick, see if it's there.
Even Mike didn't get one. So we are rushing over to Islands. Hopefully they have some, but they are sold out at 5 and Dime of the Carousel. They still have a couple pieces of Jack and Oddfellow, but...
Coming over here. What do we got? What do we got? Oh, good. They still got it. Okay. They still got the Carousel. Thank God. There's gonna be 4 houses that are revealed, and then you get 4 different pieces that go on the Carousel. So the Carousel is gonna be $35. So $35 for the Carousel, and then $15 a piece for the acrylic figure.
$35 for the Carousel. The great thing about this is you can keep everything kind of separated. So with last year, if you were a fan of that IP, the little piece only fit into that stained glass piece. So you had to buy the stained glass to put the IP piece in there. But with this, you're like, oh, I don't like this character. I don't want that figure. I just want to have the figure on my own. I just like Jack and Oddfellow. You can just buy Jack and Oddfellow. They come with their own little display, or you can kind of put them together into the Carousel. Let's build the Carousel first and see what we're dealing with. We got a base, supports, a fidget spinner. There are some instructions, so let's see if we can figure this thing out. All right, it says 1 to put this piece together, but technically it's already put together. That's a little confusing. For step number 2, we're gonna put this together, but this is already together. Okay, we got the fidget spinner base. You put this like that. All right, we're now gonna take this, put these little supports. All right, we got the 4 pillars. This will go through here, and then we're gonna put the characters there. But also on top of here, you're gonna put these little Halloween Horror Night pieces. The top little Carousel Halloween Horror Nights pieces have been installed. They just snap right in. I would suggest not building this in the park. Build this at home where you're gonna display it. All right, this is where we are with everything. Now we're gonna open up the figures. So then this is gonna be the Oddfellow figure. The figures do come with like accessories, and it is kind of nice because if you're traveling, it's flat. You're not trying to ship or get a massive figure home. So you just pop these little pieces out. There's a little plastic base. This is gonna be the sign. So this is the same design that's on the shirt that we have. All right, there's a little shot of the banner. So this will stand on its own, just like that. Then we'll have our little Dr. Oddfellow figure. Now, like, this is the stuff I've been waiting for as an HHN fan. Give me icon merch. Oddfellow goes on his little base, and then we get the crystal skull that goes on the Cane of Souls. Then on the base, it's like the constellations, like for the zodiac symbols. Now, if you want to add Dr. Oddfellow to the little Carousel, you'll just pop him off the base, and then you'll put him right here. Now it's time to open up the Jack acrylic figure. Now the great thing about the evolution of this Carousel is you feel like you're a part of the event because you're going every couple weeks, getting that new little piece. You're more invested in this year's event by doing that. So we got our little Jack figure. There's like a Jack the Clown sign. Classic little Jack in the Box. I don't know why there's a baby doll head there. Bloody Saw base. There's 2 little like rockers. So Jack rocks back and forth. And then there's Jack. Put him right there, then Jack kind of like rocks back and forth. So I love the detail. You gotta have like blood dripping from his mouth, but I think this is very well done. So now let's take Jack off and put him on the Carousel and complete the Carousel with everything. It has now been installed. Now we gotta put it on the spinner, the base.
All right, here we go. So from the top, you'll spin it. So eventually there'll be all sorts of different other IPs that are on here. So they're saying this is online at Shop Universal or here at Universal Studios Orlando. I don't think Hollywood's getting this because we have Jack and Oddfellow so prominent. This is gonna be fun to kind of collect all different pieces and see the Carousel of Halloween Horror Nights 35. All right, here's a better look at them side by side. I love kind of the light now coming through the plastic. Deconstructed everything. It does kind of fit into the main little bag. We're gonna pop into the gift shop. They do have some new arrivals for Hello Kitty, $22 for this little Hello Kitty, but then they have a glitter Hello Kitty for $25, and then they also have one of Hello Kitty's friends for $25. $25 for these Hello Kitty headbands. People love these reversible plushies. They have a little Hello Kitty that's a box, and then it's reversible, and then there she is. $30 for the Hello Kitty water bottle. She's all bedazzled. $50 for this Hello Kitty bag, and there's a little Hello Kitty charm around it. $25 for the Hello Kitty mug. $20, they have a Hello Kitty mystery set. And then here's a look at all the different pins. $25 for a hair clip set. $20 for some Hello Kitty earrings. $25 for the Hello Kitty necklace. There's all different hearts all over it. And then $25 for these little rubber bracelets of Hello Kitty. $30 for the Hello Kitty pillow. And then on the back, it'll say Hello Kitty Universal Studios. $20 for this weird Lego thing, Summer Wonderland Mini Hello Kitty set. There's also a new reversible plush of this little character.
All right, so while we wait for the annual Passholder Lounge to open, you know what we gotta do. You know what we gotta talk about.
There's John Murdy right there. John!
So someone asked John this: do you plan for scare zones while doing treatment of the houses? Or do you plan the houses first and then plan the scare zones? John says, the scare zones are designed by a gentleman named Pat Quinn, who works on our team and does scare zones / park decor. We let Pat run with it pretty much. It's all his creative. If you were tasked with doing Fan Fest, what IP would you want to tackle and how would you approach it? That scenario isn't going to happen, as HHN totally consumes my time. HHN fans of old would say that the event has toned down on the scares and intensity, with more and more younger fans now coming. What is being done to bring back that nostalgic feeling of attending the event for longtime fans? John says this: I would look at last year, Terrifier, Jason. I don't think the scares or inclusion of scary properties hasn't toned down at all. I think we've expanded our slate to try to do different things, which we need to do to keep growing. How does one apply for a HHN job, such as scare actor or house attendant? John says, I'll try to post when scare actor auditions will be. They are typically in late May. Attendants are typically hired by operations, and those positions on the job's website. Question from a former scare actor, and hoping I come back this year. You think you'll bring back tunnel or metro sets back, but also keep tear tram, just so you know it could be spread out and less crowded? John says, I would if I could.
Here's a special annual pass holder offering. So Universal Studios, it's only just some salmon at Lombard's, a voodoo donut, which sounds good, a cheese sandwich at NBC, a salmon roll at Cowfish, chopped Italian mac and cheese at Blondie's, and one drink at Backwater. And that's it. That's all the annual pass holder offerings. We're like, why haven't they started opening Blondie's yet? Look at this. This is where the annual pass holder offering is. It's only open on Saturday and Sunday. It's closed on weekdays. Why are we having an annual pass holder offering if I can't even eat it? All right, so here's Blondie's. If you've never been here, just show you how it looks. So if you come here on the weekends, you can try the annual pass holder offering. But any weekday you come here, there's nothing. What is going on? All the pass holders are all lined up to get their new magnet. We've made it in to the annual pass holder lounge. So you come here to the register, scan your annual pass, and they'll give you the new button and the magnet. Here it is. So they're re-releasing the annual pass holder buttons because we're coming up on the 1-year anniversary.
So Universal said this. They said, hey pass holders, celebrate Epic Universe's 1-year anniversary with a special re-release of the UOAP exclusive buttons. A different button from the 5-button series will be available at the UOAP lounge each weekend in May, while supplies last.
The new magnet is for the UOAP pass holders. It's going to be Transformers.
All right, so the other annual pass holder offering is going to be here at the Backwater Bar, kind of connected to Confisco's. So this opens at 11 p.m.
Again, they're like refurbing everything, but Backwater Bar entrance, the bartenders in here are always great. Backwater Bar. You look over here, you'll see Poseidon's Trident, or Poseidon's Fury right there behind the bar.
They don't have the drink. They didn't even know there was a drink coming. They said we can't even make the drink because the ingredients aren't even here on site. Okay, well, they're gonna message a manager, see if the manager has the ingredients, and if not, we're gonna go over to Universal and try the one special annual pass holder food item over there at Lombard's. It's like 40 bucks. The bartender talked to the manager, and the manager was like, I've never got an email about that. We never got any of the ingredients. That drink does not exist. There's nothing even on the register to charge for that drink. Pretty much, they had no idea this drink existed. Again, I love Universal to death, but their biggest fault throughout the entire company is communication. Every department doesn't communicate with each other properly. They really don't know like what's going on. The sad thing is a lot of team members find out what's going on about Universal through the videos. Maybe later in the month we might get the drink, but today's the launch of Annual Passholder Appreciation Month. It's all over the app. They've been talking about it for a while. So it's insane to me that both offerings at Islands are not here. So there's one offering at Universal. We'll see if they have it there.
They are now sold out shortly after purchasing our stuff. The display's gone. They still have this up, but the carousel is completely sold out now. We did get some new kind of exclusive Universal Studios themed mystery boxes. So it's all about Villain Con. So you have a bunch of the different minions. That's how they look in the gift shop. They recreated. That's cool because it's Universal Studios themed. You're looking at $20 for that little mystery box. $25, we got some new Jurassic stuff. They're like little plushes inside eggs, kind of like what they do at Epic Universe. For the How to Train Your Dragon hatchling. $55, we have an adorable little bumpy pillow. This thing is thick. It's like weighted. Oh, does it unzip into something? I think it probably unzips. Oh, it unzips into a bumpy blanket. And then $55 for the bumpy backpack. This is probably the stuff that's supposed to be at the Universal Texas Park, that they're just using here. $13, we have a little bumpy notepad. $16 for a bumpy keychain. We're gonna pop it in the horror and makeup show real quick. Good news and bad news about the horror and makeup show. It's gonna be closing pretty soon for their refurb. I think mid-May is when it's supposed to close. Then they'll do a refurbishment of everything with kind of a new version of the show. But I don't know if the cases stay or if the cases go. So now I'm kind of like on crunch time to go through all this stuff before it closes. It's a photo of them designing Creature right there. So this is gonna be the display case that we go over. So we're gonna come over here and talk about Bud Westmore first. So Bud Westmore took over the Universal makeup department, recreating the Universal monsters for the comedy hit Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein in 1948. Through the 1950s, he created many of the atomic horrors, including the aliens from It Came From Outer Space and the Metaluna mutants from This Island Earth. His collaboration in 1954 with designer Millicent Patrick created what has been acknowledged as the last of the Universal classic monsters, the Creature from the Black Lagoon. Now this is my favorite Universal monster. We'll read this one first up here. The physical appearance of the creature was modeled after the likeness of the Oscar, the figure awarded annually at the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences. Then over here it's going to say 2 different stuntmen were used to portray the creature, and therefore 2 different suits were used in the movie. Rico Browning played the creature when it was in the water and wore the lighter suit. Ben Chapman played the creature when it was out of the water with a darker suit. Jenny Clack from the University of Cambridge discovered a fossil amphibian found in the remnants of what was once a swamp and named it the Creature from the Black Lagoon. All right, we're about to go to Lombard, see if they have the offering. I checked with the manager. They said they have it. They said they have the annual pass holder offering. They said it's fresh salmon that they fillet every single morning. I always love the lights underneath the glass. They come in here, they have the fountains of all the fish. They still have all the cracks that kind of fit in with the earthquake attraction that used to be here. So you have all the different earthquakes in San Francisco. So that's why they have the little details of cracks. And then over here, quick food with a San Francisco slant. I love the massive fish tank they have in the center of the restaurant.
This is not an annual passport drink. This is just on the standard menu, but it looked good. It's called the Chinatown Strawberry Chill, El Jimador Blanco Tequila, Grand Gala Lime Juice, strawberry slices with a splash of Sprite. Oh, it's nice and refreshing. Not too sweet. It's like a very tame, but almost like a watermelon margarita boba drink. It's good. I'm gonna do 8.5 on it, nice and refreshing. Now it's time for the salmon. The salmon's here. So it's gonna be the salmon and saffron risotto at Lombard Seafood Grill. It's gonna have asparagus, salmon, arugula, saffron risotto with a sherry vinaigrette. I'm so stuffed after that salmon. It is so massive. A fresh cut of salmon. Really good. I'm gonna do 8.5 on it, but it is dessert time now. This is on the menu, not an AP thing, but it's gonna be the Lombard's chocolate cake, a triple chocolate cake, chocolate ganache, Nutella with a raspberry sauce. Oh my God, I'm so stuffed. Chocolate cake, it's like a Nutella chocolate cake. I'm gonna do 8 out of 10 on that thing. I'm so stuffed. Great service, great food as always at Lombard's. All right, let's see what's going on with the Sprung tent. Is Mecca working on the houses today? Not too much has changed. Mecca truck is still blocking Sprung tent number 2. Sprung tent number 1 looks about the same. The Mecca truck is right there.
Yesterday they were cutting stuff with the saw. Now we know what was being covered up. Looks like a forklift. They had a tarp over a little forklift. Now it's been untarped. It's seeing a little bit. Into the door. They're throwing wood in the dumpster.
There's some new Shrek snacks that just appeared. I'm gonna go see those later this week. They're here!
So our question of the day for you.
Alright, I've been waiting for it.
Are you Team Jack or Team Oddfellow? Which one are you a fan of? The classic?
I am a classic man.
All right, nothing new in Boris's office.
So still no word about what's going on with the tribute store. There are thousands upon thousands of passionate emails, messages, comments sent to Universal about how much the tribute store meant to people. So Universal always prides himself with listening to their guests and their audience. So I really hope that they listen to them and we actually get a tribute store this year because it's the anniversary. Just have to wait and see what happens.
Got a new little poster over here for the Kitty Cat Club live music nightly with special guests. Confetti starlight. All right, it's a little later in the day now. We can see all the paint that's now been applied. Now always remember to say poupée when you're leaving someplace. All right, let's go back to the office.
Okay guys, you're back in the office. So good news about the little HHN collectible carousel. It's restocking at Islands and Universal Studios. So it'll like be restocked and then sold out and then restocked and sold out. So they're kind of getting some like spotty shipments. So when you see it, buy it. Don't wait. With everything going on with the different tariffs and gas prices, who knows how much stuff is going to be reordered in time. So if you see it, buy it immediately. I will say that about all the HHN products. Stuff will get sold out and then might not restock. But bad news, they're selling for around $100 on eBay just for the carousel piece. The scalpers came in first thing and they're just like loading up on all the different carousels. We have so many HHN updates upcoming. It is the season. We're gonna have announcements soon. New merch drops. It's gonna be an exciting time if you're a Halloween Horror Nights fan. So guys, on that note, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button. If you have not already, hit the subscribe button and join the family.
We love the family!
Because I'm gonna keep you up to date on all things Universal Studios and Halloween Horror Nights around the country. I love you all. I'll see y'all very soon. Bye. They're here!
Hey, no, 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 hey, no.
I've been waiting for Hooterade?